If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Is Bigfoot an alien? By Lon Strickler. Source: Pulse of the Paranormal. A reader forwarded the following email to me in 2010. I thought I'd post again after recently receiving a Bigfoot sighting report in the same general area and for your comments. Hi Lon. I read your site daily and have enjoyed the personal stories of your readers. I had an experience when I was a boy that I hope would be of interest. In September 1978, I lived with my father on a farm in the vicinity of Shawano, Wisconsin, which is very near the Menominee Indian Reservation. There had been some buzz within the community of an unknown large hairy creature spotted by two deer hunters not far from our farm. I had heard stories of the Manabiwak or the giants from stories told by the Menominee, but I just considered these tales to be legends. Then one evening, my father and I were coming home from the store and noticed what appeared to be two hairy creatures collecting squash from the garden. Each creature was at least 6 feet tall. It was dusk, but there was enough light to clearly see what they were doing. My father immediately cut the headlights and stopped the car as we just sat there and watched them pick and eat the squash. They didn't seem to even notice us, even though we were about 100 feet from them. After about 5 minutes, one of the creatures looked in our direction and you could see its eyes glow red from the moonlight. We started to get scared and decided to make a dash for the house and call the police. Then suddenly, huge disc-shaped objects appeared above us and slowly moved towards the east field, which was about 200 yards from us, and landed. I estimate the craft was about 40 feet in diameter. A large sliding door opened immediately and a foggy green light glowed from within the craft. After a few seconds, the door closed and craft slowly rose and shot off towards the north. Then we noticed that the creatures were gone. A few days later, our neighbors from down the road came over for dinner. After we finished eating, my father and Mr. C walked outside. After an hour or so, the neighbors left and I started to clean up the kitchen. Later that evening, I was watching TV in the living room. My father walked in, turned off the TV, and sat down beside me. He told me that Mr. C and his sister witnessed one of the craft on the same night that we had our encounter. As well, they witnessed several of the large hairy creatures meandering in the nearby woods. Mr. C said that he knew something had been in the woods for several weeks but never got a good look until the craft arrived. After that night, we never had another encounter, or did we hear of more sightings by any people in the area. Do you think that these creatures were Bigfoot, aliens, or the same? It has always seemed strange to me that a Bigfoot body has never been found. Is it a possibility that Bigfoot is an extraterrestrial being? Thanks, Donald.